Good morning, I'm Brandon Herring. Good morning, I'm Brandon Herring. Erica Edwards is off today. Let's get straight to Scott McLean with the latest on this story. I'm Brandon Herring. We'll have more on those stories in just a moment. 70% of people will be getting some sort of tax return. Horry County continues to grow, and that means power companies need to get more power to more people. But some don't want those new Santee Cooper transmission lines running through their property. Also known as Thursday, if you weren't keeping up. Let's go ahead and take a look outside at Little River. I was glad you were talking so I could be eating.
Lean back, double knee, down,
Oh dear, now.
drag, double knee.
This is exactly where the Country Music Fest kicked off last night. We put him on the spot. We made him play for us this morning. I'll actually take you this way. You can see down here just a few tree limbs. I'm going to ask this lady here if she is still without power. Do you guys have power at this point? No power. It's been out for about an hour? Does that sound right? Okay, yeah, so he's confirming there that there's no power here. During high tide, there is no beach here because the water goes all the way to the seawalls. Scheduled to start at 1 o'clock, but as you can hear, it's pretty much underway already. There's an accident that is slowing down traffic headed toward Coastal on 501. You just want to search beach renourishment in the search bar up here, and then you'll want to click on our special report from November. And I am Brandon Herring. First this morning, Senate Democrats launched an all-night marathon session in hopes to derail President Trump's pick for Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. Every Democratic senator and 2 Republicans have already vowed to vote no, arguing the billionaire donor lacks basic knowledge of American public schools. That vote is expected to happen at noon today. Vice President Mike Pence will likely have to break a 50-50 tie to confirm the nominee.
Also
today, people living in Myrtle Beach city limits can now register for parking decals. Only permanent residents living inside the city limits and who have a registered vehicle in the city are eligible for decals. It lets you park in any public spot for free. This is the second year for those parking decals.
And the change their tactics.
A recent study shows more than 15 million Americans had personal and financial information stolen last year. That is up 16% from 2015. Dana Jacobson reports.
New York.
Certainly is scary.
Yeah, you have to remain vigilant.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. You know what's not scary?
I'll tell you, I'm going to be your best friend for at least the next couple of days.
Okay, good.
Well, and
I don't want to talk about the cold front.
It's just got to be part of the forecast. You know?
Oh,
Sorry.
but it looks so nice.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, so a group of British medical professionals has come up with an app to help show you what to do if you were in the middle of a terrorist attack.
Riley Carlson.
Birmingham, England.
Wow, the app launched on New Year's Day, and it's free for both iPhones and Android phones.
And it downloads to a smartphone, so then it can work without an internet connection. Still ahead here on News 13 now, the day's top health stories, including new research, looks at obesity and end-of-life care, plus the results of a long-term study on e-cigarettes.
But first,
there are millions of smokers around the world, and a huge percentage of them are trying to quit at any given time. Unfortunately, many won't be successful. Kim Hutcherson has tips for kicking the habit in today's Count on Health. A growing number of studies illustrate the dangers of e-cigarette use by adolescents. The latest research on the subject, published in the journal Pediatrics, says e-cigarette use by teens during 2014 was on the rise and claims e-cigarettes can serve as a gateway for future tobacco use. The study also said more than 5 million young people could die early from cigarette smoking-related illness unless youth smoking rates drop dramatically. But a new long-term study confirms e-cigarettes are safer and less toxic than regular cigarettes. Researchers in London found that former smokers who completely replaced cigarettes with e-cigarettes lowered their intake of cancer-causing chemicals. But the authors stress users must stop smoking cigarettes completely to receive the health benefits. Another upstate school says a student has viral meningitis. The principal at Wade Hampton High in Greenville sent the phone message yesterday to parents. The student missed classes all last week. This is the second case of viral meningitis at an upstate school in the past 2 weeks. The other was at an elementary school in Anderson. The viral form of meningitis is less dangerous than bacterial meningitis. Last week, a student in Pickens County died after being diagnosed with bacterial meningitis. The school was cleaned thoroughly after it happened.
If you catch a cancer in adults.
Now, an experimental therapy is helping some patients survive years beyond expectations. Danielle Nottingham explains.
Approval.
February is Heart Health Month, and our next guest has some tips on what you can do to get and stay heart healthy when we come back.
Common heart diseases.
Yeah, and whether you're a woman or a man, it is a good time to talk about heart health. So Harry Willoughby with Right at Home in Myrtle Beach is here to talk about some things you need to know. Harry, thanks for joining us.
Well, you're welcome.
We appreciate you being here.
thank you.
And if you missed any of it, or if you want to share this interview, we'll post it online after the show on WBTW.com.
Still ahead on News 13 now.
Welcome back. It's almost 9:29. I'm Brandon Herring.
And I'm Erica Edwards. Hope you're having a great day so far. You're watching News 13 now. It is Tuesday, not Monday, which is great.
Tuesday.
Great.
One more day into the week. Let's go ahead and take a look
We're
outside.
getting closer to Friday. Ooh.
Yeah.
Aw.
If
was
Erica's reaction didn't tell you at all, you didn't even have to be looking at the camera. It's a little gray out there, folks.
It is, but it's not freezing.
There you go.
And I hear an improvement is on the way, James.
Yes, yes it is.